Good morning, children. Welcome back to maths class. Now we are going to discuss about converse of Thales theorem. First of all, let us again recollect what Thales theorem says. The other name for it is basic proportionality theorem. So what does it state? If a line which is drawn parallel to one of the sides of the triangle in such a manner that it touches the other two sides, then it divides the sides in equal ratios. Okay, that means if the line drawn is parallel to one of the sides, then it divides the two sides in equal ratios. Now what is the converse? Any line which divides the two sides of the triangle in equal ratios must be parallel to the third side. Must be parallel to the third side. See, try to understand the difference between. Basic proportionality says that the given line is parallel line, a line parallel to one of the sides, and it divides the other two sides in equal ratios. The converse here is, if a line divides the two sides in equal ratios, then obviously it should be parallel to the third side. So this is what the converse of Thales theorem, or rather we say it as converse of basic proportionality theorem. Okay, children. So now let us try to prove it. So take a triangle with ABC. And now, as per the given thing, a line is there, right, which divides in equal ratios, right? So therefore, let us suppose that D is the line here, which is touching AB and BC at D and E respectively. So as per the given factor, AD by DB must be equal to AE by EC. That is what we are writing it as given. So given in triangle ABC, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, where AD is the line. I'm sorry, where D is the line. Where D is the line. Right? So this is what the given line is. This is what the given line is. So what we have to prove is that this is parallel to BC. This is parallel to BC. So we come with the other way around, taking that DE is not parallel to BC. So what did we take? We are imagining that DE is not parallel to BC. So thus, we use basic proportionality theorem. So to use basic proportionality theorem, we need a parallel line. So let us imagine that DE, that means let us suppose that DE prime is the one which is parallel to BC, or DE dash is equal parallel to BC. So we are supposing that DE is not parallel. So thus now we are drawing another line which is DE dash, which is parallel to BC. As per basic proportionality theorem, if at all DE dash is parallel to BC, then obviously EAD by DB is equal to AE prime by E prime C. So that is what we are writing here. So AD by DB is equal to AE prime by E prime C. Is it not? But what is given? What is given? Given already that there is a line which is dividing AB and AC in a manner that AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. That is what we have written as given. Right? And what is there from basic proportionality theorem? If DE dash is parallel to BC, then from basic proportionality you have AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So therefore, AD by DB is AE prime by E prime C, because we are taking DE dash or DE prime as the one which is parallel to BC. So, but from given and these two, if you take as equations, you have seen that AD by DB is equal to AE prime by E prime C, AE by EC. So thus these two are equal now. These two are equal. Okay, so no need to get confused. From given you have that this particular line D is dividing AB and AC like this. AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. But we considered that DE is not parallel, but dA dash is parallel. If it is parallel, from basic proportionality theorem, you can write this without any problem, right? Now observe these two. What do you see? AD by DB. Of course. So that means AD by DB is equal to this as well as this. Thus we got it as AE prime by E prime C is equal to AE by EC. So we are till here now. Now what is our this thing? We have to prove that if at all this condition is satisfied, it means that definitely DE must be parallel. That means for DE to be parallel, we must prove that DE and DE prime coincide each other. That means E prime and E coincide each other. Thus, DE prime and DE are the same. That means our aim should be here to prove that DE prime is equal to DE, and thus this itself is the parallel line. Okay, but till where did we come? We have reached till AE prime by E prime C is equal to AE by EC. Our aim is to prove that DE prime is equal to DE. Okay, so for obtaining that result, let us add 1 on both sides of the equation. Okay, let us add 1 on both sides of the equation. So let me write it as AE prime by E prime C plus 1. Right, on LHS you are adding 1, as well as on RHS you are adding 1. So children, why are we doing this? We are doing this because we wanted to prove that whatever thing that is, you can say that E prime C is equal to EC. That means E prime and E are coincident. So we have to prove that E prime and E coincide so that DE prime is equal to DE, right? Okay, so therefore now after adding 1 on both sides, you will be getting A. Take the LCM, AE prime plus E prime C by E prime C is equal to AE plus EC by EC. So after taking the LCM, we got this one. Now let us see what it is. AE prime plus EC. Keep it in mind. AE prime plus E prime C. AE prime plus E prime C is nothing but AC. Right? So therefore, in place of AE prime plus E prime C, we will write it AC by E prime C as it is, or E dash C as it is. Now this is equal to, now let us observe AE plus EC. What is that from the figure? AE plus EC is again AC, So therefore let us substitute it here. AC by EC. So here if you observe, both numerators are equal, then obviously denominators must be equal if the ratios are equal, right? So that means, which implies E prime C is equal to EC. That is, E prime and E coincide. Hence DE is parallel to BC. Hence DE is parallel to BC, because we have taken DE prime is parallel to BC. But now here we can say that E prime and E coincide. That means both those 2 points are same. So therefore DE is parallel to BC. Okay children. So this is the proof for converse of Thales theorem. That means if at all there is a line which is cutting the two sides, or which is touching the two sides of any particular triangle in such a manner that it is able to divide the two sides with equal proportions, then definitely that line is going to be parallel. That is, of course, parallel to the third side. This is the meaning of basic proportionality theorem. Converse of basic proportionality theorem. Or rather, you can understand it to be basic proportionality means if it is parallel, divides equally. If dividing equally, then it means parallel. So vice versa is possible. Okay. So go through the whole thing once, as well as take a pause the video and take the screenshot. So this proof is not there in your textbook, children. It's only like with question marks. So you please copy it down. Don't depend on your textbook. Take a screenshot here. Then this one. Now applications of basic proportionality theorem. Means applications means how can it be applied and what we can find, how we can solve the problems. Okay. So now here observe this problem. You have a triangle ABC. D is a line which is, yeah, whenever arrow marks are given like this, that means from the figure we can say that DE is parallel to BC. Please mind this one. See, always in similar triangles, remember, until unless either it is given in the diagram or it is specified in the problem, you cannot assume yourself that this is parallel to this. Everything should be given. Only when it is given you have to take it. You cannot assume, right? So triangles may look like equilateral triangles, triangle may look like right angle triangle. No, until it is specified clearly in the diagram or in the problem, you cannot assume anything. Okay, so therefore here it is, since arrow marks are given here in the same direction, that means these two are parallel to each other. That means it is given. When D is parallel to BC, what does basic proportionality theorem state? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. It is so simple. So just let us do that one. So from basic proportionality theorem, so AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So let us solve it, because we have to find out EC. AD is 1.5 by DB is 3, which is equal to AE 1 by EC. So 1.5 by 3, it is 2 times. So 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by EC, or cross multiplication EC is equal to 2 centimeters. So we got the value of EC as 2 centimeters. Clear, children? Yeah, please take a screenshot. Very simple. If you understand the logic, it is very simple. The next one. So here if you observe the triangle, so D is given to be parallel to BC. It is given already. So you can, without any hesitation, you can apply basic proportionality theorem. So what else are given? AD by DB. So this ratio is given to us, AD by DB. Not individual values. Please remember, they are not individual values. A ratio is given to us. AD by DB is 3 by 5. And our job is to find out what is AE. What is AE? So they are not individual values. We have to take only AD by DB as 3 by 5. That's all. So AE is equal to how much? That means this is what he is asking. Now from basic proportionality theorem we have. So first, without thinking anything, you can write that one. From basic proportionality theorem. If you don't get the idea also, don't stop. Just keep writing. Then afterwards automatically you will get the idea. AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Now observe the triangle. What is given? AC is given. We wanted to find AE. So leave AE as it is, because we have to find AE. Now what is that which we don't know? We don't know EC. So in place of EC, you can write it as AC minus AE. Is it not? AC minus AE is EC. Then your problem will be simplified very easily. Right? So it becomes very simple. AD by DB, which is equal to AE by EC, can be written as AC minus AE. AC minus AE. So let me write it here. AD by DB is 3 by 5. So 3 by 5 is equal to AE by AC minus AE. So let us cross multiply here. 3 into AC minus AE, which is equal to 5 into AE. So now it is 3AC minus 3AE is equal to 5AE, or so 3AC is equal to 8AE. 3AC is equal to 8AE. Or rather, I can write it as 8AE is equal to 3AC, no harm. Right? Now AE is equal to 3AC by 8. 3AC by 8. Let us substitute AC here. What is AC? What is AC given, children? 5.6 centimeters. So substitute 3 into 5.6 by 8. This goes zero point 0.7 times. 0.7 times. 0.7 into 3, 2.1. So simple. So AE is equal to 2.1 centimeter. A is equal to 2.1 centimeter. Clear? So that is why never stop. If you don't get the idea also, just write what you know already and what you can extract from the triangle. Then afterwards you will get the idea. The problem itself will give you the idea. Okay. So take a screenshot and copy this one. And this is another problem. So again, if you observe the triangles, yes, these two are parallel to each other, right? So now given, or already some things are given, like BC is given, BM is given, AL is given, AC is given. We wanted to find out X, value of X. Just substitute in basic proportionality theorem and then solve the equation. Automatically you'll get the value of X, okay? So now there, let us see that one. So from BPT, so what can we write? BM by BC is equal to AL by, BM by MC. BM by MC is equal to AL by LC. AL by LC. Now BM, as it is, by MC. We don't know what MC is. So, like in previous problem, it can be BC minus BM. So, let us write it as BC minus BM, which is equal to, now AL as it is, because we know it, it is given. Now, we don't know LC, therefore, we will write it as AC minus AL. AC minus AL. It is AC minus AL. Let us substitute all the values now. BM is X minus 2 by BC minus BM. BC is 2x plus 3. Now minus of x minus 2. Please children, don't neglect these brackets. Now AL is x minus 3 by AC minus AL, that is 2x minus of x minus 3, minus of x minus 3. Please keep in mind why I am saying minus of. Okay, so therefore now further simplification, x minus 2 by, now open the brackets, minus of x minus x, minus of minus plus 2, which is equal to x minus 3 by 2x minus x minus of minus plus 3. Now further simplification, x plus 2 by 2x minus x is x, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 5, which is x minus 3 divided by 2x minus x is x plus 3. So now we are left like this. So now x minus 2 into x plus 3 is equal to x minus 3 into x plus 5 into x plus 5. Right. So now you can just take it as x square, x into x square, x into plus 3x, minus 2 into x minus 2x, minus 6. Now also apply distributive property, x into x square plus 5x minus 3x minus 15. So x square on both sides can be cancelled. 3x minus 2x is x minus 6. 5x minus 3x is 2x minus 15. Right, so now taking x onto this side, or whatever the changes that you bring to x minus x, I will take it as x here. And then next 15 plus 15 minus 6 is plus 9. X is equal to 9. This is the answer for us. X is equal to 9 centimeter. Therefore, X is equal to 9 centimeters. So, this is the answer. Okay, children. So, there is nothing which belongs to similar triangles here. This is all, everything, whatever the equation. That means how to solve the equations. That's all. This is algebra part. In fact, this whole thing is algebra part. Only the first statement that what you have to write from the given triangle, that belongs to similar triangles. So remember, mathematics is such a subject that whenever it is necessary, you need to apply your previous knowledge, and you must be very much familiar with that. Then only you will be able to solve the problems. Don't think that only just by having similar triangle properties and everything you will be able to solve. No, you should have the basic algebraic means algebra knowledge, all the basic knowledge, whatever you have learned till now. Okay, so wherever you find you are weak, please go to that particular topic and try to be clear with those concepts. Then only you can solve the problems from maths. Okay, children, so take a screenshot. Every step, try to understand step by step why we are writing, what we are writing. Take a screenshot here also. And now this part. Then only you will be able to do it by yourself. Okay, children, I will stop the class here.